And also, too, I worry if I'm too submissive, will he not respect me?
No. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Get rid of that stupid shit.
Won't respect me crap. That's not real.
Is that real? Really?
You know what? So many women say to me, Andrew, you know what? You're so rich, but you're smart, and you're actually very intelligent, and I know you'd get really bored of a robot. And I'm sitting there thinking, bitch, I wish to God you were a robot. You better shut the fuck up. We talk about star signs? Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Tell me more about my Sagittarius rising, you idiots. I don't give a fuck. Give me a robot. All men want robots. That's all we want. Yeah. 4 wives, robots, inshallah. Put the burqa on.
Yep.
What are you talking about? We don't care. 2 coffees. Yeah. That's it. It's nice and easy. There's no such thing as too submissive. There's no such thing. Yeah. I'm never going to look at a beautiful woman who does everything I say and go, you know what? You do too much of what I say. I want to go get some disagreeable bitch. Yeah.
That sounds boring.
That's why you don't fuck guys like that. That's easy solution. You talk to people. But if you want to fuck something like that, you go ahead and mount that little bald head of his, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want someone to order around, then, I guess that's what you're looking for.
Go into management.
That just sounds boring.
Can I respond to one of the comments?
Well, first let's get everyone's take here. Yeah. What are some thoughts here, starting with Paisley?
Man, hold on. Come back to me. I'm processing that. There's a lot.
That was the last
there's
thing
6 components to that I start over there.
Yeah, I just if you're looking for somebody that's that submissive, or you want a partner that's submissive, so you can order them around, then you can look for that. And I know there's people out there that love to be ordered around, but I myself would not want a person that's always asking me what to do or what's to do in bed, even like what's next. Like, have your own voice. It's a lot of fun.
I had a girl stay with me about a year ago. She turned out to be a good friend, and she was like that when we first got together. Very submissive, very, just like, yes, Papa, yes, Papa. Like, she was Chicana. So she would always talk to me like that. I'm like, you don't have to say that all the time. Like, it made me feel like, what I'm saying? Like, she was just, she was 23, but she liked being with older guys, and that was just like her thing. And she was too submissive. I had to kind of tell her, like, hey, like, you don't have to. Me personally, I don't like that. I don't like to, you got to be your own person, and not make the situation feel like you're under a commandment or you're a fucking animal or something like that. Like, you're my equal. If I'm rolling with you, you're my homegirl, you're my homeboy, you're my road dog, you're my friend. There's no creditor, debtor in that. We're on our own wavelength, or we're not vibing at all.
I have found, again, if y'all ever want to, these people exist. Again, I've been on r/BDSM personals. A lot of people who are that submissive, there's 2 reasons. Either they have their shit together and they want in the bedroom to be able to relax and just sort of let go of everything, or it's kind of, and again, people are complex in a spectrum, but the 2 archetypes are that, or you see people who lives are a total mess, like me, but worse, and they just want someone, because they have no self-control, they want someone else to control them and help them, like, basically function. And because sex is such a primal thing, it bleeds into that. Our fetishes are kind of just a way of our subconscious talking to us in a way. So it's usually sort of one of 2 extremes. People are that submissive. And me, it can be fun, but I definitely am not interested in that. Like, that's, again, as I said towards the beginning, doming is fun, but it's a lot of work. I would never want to deal with that 24/7. But the people who are into being that submissive, I hope they find someone who does.
Okay. Kiki?
Well, Kiki has to say hello. Sorry.
Callista.
I interrupted her.
Okay, your reaction to the video.
Yes, my reaction to the video following the ooh sound was that he just makes like inflammatory comments. What he's saying isn't the most ridiculous thing. If you want a submissive woman, that's cool. Some women are and some women aren't. And it's personal preference. That's fine. It's just that he's saying things in a way that makes it inflammatory. And that's
like all women should bow down or something.
Yeah,
like that, right?
But versus like I want a woman who will bow down to me, which is like the wording is not the best, but it's also not the wrong sentiment if you like want that. Maybe not think about all women.
But it sounds like he said it in general, like all women.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, I got you. Yeah.
Well, and he also said all men are like that.
Yeah, it's not true.
Yeah, it's just generalization. So
Your reaction to the video?
I mean, personally, I'm not into any kind of guys like that. That's just like, It's nice sometimes to be, told what to do and not to do a lot of the work. If you just want to pump and dump, that's great sometimes. But like as a general, like if you want a maid, then you gotta have that conversation with someone. You can't expect it. I think that's the thing. It's having that conversation if you're gonna be a submissive person.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, with the sex, I think with sex conversation, you don't see a lot of people. That's why people have horrible sex, is because people don't talk about it. Like whether it's first date or whatever your preference is, I think you can tell that because he's so used to having, I guess his experiences like having very submissive women. Imagine how mostly unpleased some of those women are. I'm just saying, because at what point there are some women that wants that mutual pleasure, and I think it's very, very good to be able to talk about likes or dislikes, or even after sex, hey, this was good for me, this is not good for me, I like it when you do this, can you do this a little bit more? I encourage that. But a lot of people, they like the act of sex, but they're ashamed of like some of the things that go into it. Like, what man wants to hear that, hey, you wasn't my best sex partner. You know what I mean? Like I had better. But it'd be good to say, hey, I like this, and, let's put some work in. But you can tell from the reaction of the video for me is that I wouldn't be attracted to a man like that. Like, to be submissive, like I would have to be like, it have to be a mutual thing. Like, I feel good, you feel good. Maybe it's my day, or maybe it's my turn, or that day is completely for you, so I'll be submissive. But that whole that's their whole relationship. Oh, it's boring. That's boring as hell.
Yeah, I think about guys when when they talk about being submissive and stuff, if they actually just want women to be passive, because I think ultimately he's different, but I think guys don't want to feel like they need to change. They don't want to be nagged. They don't want to be edited per se. And so this idea of submission is actually just like a let me be me, let me live my life. And I think for him, he's so inflammatory and so ridiculous that like the concept of a woman giving any feedback would probably hurt him a lot. So I think it more has to do with like passive and criticism. I don't know. Yeah. That's the first time I've ever seen that guy.
That wasn't Howard Stern, was it?
Have you guys heard of him though?
Yeah.
Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
Andrew Tate.
You've heard of him?
Okay.
Have you heard of him?
No.
So, but your first time hearing.
He's who I've been hearing about recently. Okay.
Yeah, he got banned on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Wait, did all his people that repost him get banned on TikTok too?
I'm not sure.
So he's just gonna keep getting reposted. What's the difference?
Well, I mean, it's probably gonna have a pretty substantial impact on him. But
And no
F in the
monetary
chat,
generation.
guys. F in the chat for Andrew Tate.